Welcome to the Phoenix Park in Dublin for the 2011 SPAR Great Ireland Run. It's a beautiful day, it's getting hot, the temperature 21 degrees at the moment, unusual for this part of the world in April. And what a course we've got, over 10 kilometres. It begins in Chesterfield Avenue and then loops out into this fine 1,750-acre parkland. The bottom half of the course is undulating and some will find it challenging in this heat. It'll be a real tester. 10,000 have come to race, and ahead of them two fine elite fields. But first up, the women, and the first to be introduced, Fionnuala Britton of Dublin and Ireland. Runs in front of a home crowd here, 16th in the World Cross Country this year, was 4th in last year's European Cross Country Championship. Charlotte Purdue, only 19, 4th in the Commonwealth 10,000 metres last season, ran in the English national relays yesterday, but she is in very, very good form. Behind Aderi of Ethiopia, multi-major championship medalist over the years, twice winner of the Great North Run. Always a threat. And Mary Cullen of Ireland, from the North Sligo Athletics Club, second in this race in 2009, said to be in good form, hopes to become the first Irish woman to win since Katharina McKiernan in 2004. Well, the starter about to get them underway, and he does so. Big field in the elite start here, and that's all due to the fact that this is the All-Ireland 10-kilometre championship as well. It's been incorporated into the main race. The elite athletes at the helm, though, Ejafini, the Italian, leading them away in the centre of the picture there, Aderi behind her, Kalovic in the light blue on the right, and Britain, of course, you can see, and Gemma Steele on the left. All the principals are leading as one would expect at this stage, but most of these athletes on your shot now are competing for places in the All-Ireland Championship over the distance. The masses will be underway shortly, but I would think that this race over 10 kilometres for the women will soon start to emerge. There's some real talent in this field. When you look at the likes of Berhane Aderi of Ethiopia, she holds the Ethiopian national record at 10 kilometres, 31:07. That was back in 2006, perhaps in the twilight of her career now. The question being asked locally is whether Mary Cullen can actually do this. There is a lot of opposition here for her, though. It was said that she was in very, very good form coming into this championship, but so is Charlotte Purdue on the right. I mentioned the fact earlier that she ran in the national relays, the English national relay yesterday. Mick Woods, her coach, said, well, don't run it too hard, but I can tell you she did, and my information is that she ran probably the fastest leg. Which really, in terms of preparation, she must be very, very confident. Fionnuala Britton, the Irish woman we met earlier, another high placer in the World Cross Country Championship, was 16th. In fact, when you look at Purdue, she was 14th, so there were two places between them. Ejafini here, not quite so good, was 34th in that race. She's represented Italy twice at the World Championships in the marathon, incidentally. That was in 2003. And in Helsinki in 2005. Beginning to spread out now in the early stages of this race, and all the principals are there.
Well, Fionnuala, when you woke up, you saw the sunshine. What went through your head?
Yeah, it feels like we're in a different country. It's just so nice, and this is my first 10k, and it's like I'm definitely looking forward to it now. Anyway, with the weather like this, it's good. It's like a real kind of party atmosphere. And
is it true that you were in action yesterday?
Yes, it is true. I raced for my club at the National Road Relays. Our team won and around the fastest time at the course. So I was meant to be taking it easy, but I can't race easy.
I just want to get out there and race really hard. You know, it's the start of the outdoor season, so it's kind of more of just a race to indicate where I'm at, and I look forward to the year ahead.
Where do you think you're at?
I think I'm very strong. I don't know if I'm very sharp right now, which obviously over 10k hopefully won't matter too much. So I think I could use my strength today, but obviously maybe lacking a little bit of speed.
I haven't really set any specific targets. I suppose just go with the field and hope for the best, and then see how I feel coming to the end.
I presume you have victory on your mind.
Obviously I always aim to win, so yeah, I'm looking to win today.
There's a new confidence in Charlotte Purdue, but this is that part of the race, 10,000 being warmed up, and so is Martin Fagan, the defending champion, the first Irish winner of this race last year, and he will defend. Oh, look at this. The field now has broken down very, very much, and there's a big, big gap now with Ejafini still leading Adair is there, so is Kalovich. On the right, Perdue is there, so is Britain. All the principals there, and Gemma Steele and Mary Cullen as well. So all of those we've mentioned are away, and very well. You heard me speculate about the fact that Perdue may well have run the fastest leg in the women's race. Well, she did. She confirmed that in her interview. Well, we're going to do the introductions now for the men's race. This is Joe Sweeney, 45 years old. He was 4th last year, 2nd overall in his age group. Jesus España of Spain, beaten by Mo Farah in the European 5,000 metre championship last season, but he was the European champion back in 2006. Rui Silva, well, the Portuguese former world indoor 1500 metre champion and Olympic medalist, a recent 27-minute 53 time over 10,000 metres on the track makes him a strong contender. And Sergei Lebed of the Ukraine, multi-European cross-country winner, always in the mix and always a threat. So the men's race, well, there's much to look forward to here. Now then, the rest of the elite will join them. Martin Fagan, of course, the Irishman we've mentioned before, the defending champion. He's a 28.45 man at his best, set that in New York in 2009. That was in May, the 16th of May. Just reminding me of that. The thumbs up and away. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what sort of toll the weather takes on these competitors. They'll need plenty of refreshment on the way round, I would think, in terms of a water spray. It is quite hot and it's hotting up. Remember I said it was 21 degrees when we first came here. It's now a good deal higher than that. And Fagan, the tall figure in the centre next to Rui Silva, just moving across to the right of the course, the leader at the moment. Silva, well, looking to improve on the distances that he's covering. He's going for the longer distance now. He says he's achieved all he can achieve, really, over 1,500 metres. And here you've got lots of athletes. Some have done it before. Some are doing it for the first time over 10 kilometres. And, of course, some will find it difficult. Some will find it easy. But they're all about personal bests. Some are about raising money for charity. The most, probably, raising money for charity. And those personal stopwatches clicked on. And they will be recording sometimes personal bests and other times, well, not quite so good. There's a man we haven't mentioned before, Matt Gabrielson of the United States. He was in the World Championship Marathon in 2009 and was 36th in that. Well, Ed Jaffini, very, very experienced. I mentioned the fact that she'd competed in the World Championships in the marathon. She also competed in the 2004 Olympic marathon. Didn't finish on that day, but is a very, very strong competitor. Aniko Kalovich of Hungary in the green top, also going very strong. Also a 3-time Olympian. Competed in Sydney, in Athens and in Beijing, all over 10,000 metres. Didn't make the impact that she probably required, but still very, very experienced. She's done an awful lot of pacemaking over the seasons too in the longer races. She's regularly run in the Great Run Series too. The masses just establishing a steady jog, unlike Gabrielson, the American, who's really pushing it on. Represented America at the World Cross Country Championships 3 times, from the last one in 2007. He's run a 29.37 10k this year in the USA and looks very, very comfortable indeed. Jussi Utrainen of Finland in the orange strip, another competitor who did well as a junior, has steadily made progress in the senior ranks. Fagan in 3rd, Rui Silva in 4th, and then Lebed in 5th. And then the other American, Andrew Carlson, in the fluorescent green vest on the right of the shot and the end of that group. So everyone who should be there is there. No real change apart from Gemma Steele just dropping off a little bit off the back there, and Cullen has also gone. And as well, it looks to me, I'm just seeing behind those athletes, looks to be 20 or 30 metres down now, and may well be finding it very difficult indeed. You can see that there is a gap now, and Gemma Steele in danger of being dropped at this stage too. Perdue, the diminutive figure, tucked in behind the 2 taller athletes. And Fagan now making a break in the men's race. Lebed going with him, Silva going with him, and so is Carlson, the second of the American. Utrainen behind him, the Finn. So this race now, slight hill, you can see that, the look on the face, the tenor of the way in which they're running just indicates that's uphill there, and it's gentle. 5 kilometres to go. halfway then, and just over 14.5 minutes gone. So we're looking at around about 29 minutes or there for the overall time. And in the background, off the back of that pace, is Jesus España of Spain, the European silver medalist. He was introduced to us earlier on. He's about 10-15 metres off the pace at the moment. And it looks as though Bahana Deary has dropped off the back of that leading group. Kalovic trailing just a little bit, but Gemma Steele, what a good recovery by her. She's come right back into contention now. Perdue leads. Ejefini is up there as well, as she's always been throughout this race. But Perdue, well, she's a confident young woman, mature beyond those 19 years without question. Steele going well. Gemma Steele, best of 33.16 over 10 kilometres. Look at the way in which they're grimacing coming up this long hill. I told you at the beginning it would be challenging, and so it's proved to be. 3 kilometres to go, then 3,000 metres, and the pace being hotted up, and Fagan now leading the men's race. Lebed in second, Ruiz Silva in third, and España. The Spaniard has come forward. Remember, he was way back, wasn't he? He's come back now into fourth place, ahead of Utrainen and ahead of Carlson. So the race beginning to develop now, and Fagan desperately trying to shake them off. 9 times the European cross-country champion in second place. The former Olympic medalist from Portugal in third place. They're all there. It's looking good.